No bad vibes, don't come around with that energy. They once right, they more family than some kin to me. They show me love, still watch out for my enemies. Leveled up to the max, but I ain't in my peak. Money in the world in my hands, 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 money in the world in my hands.
Oh my goodness!
I see you doing your thing, everything they say you can't. You got it going your way, show it like what more can I say? I see you doing your thing, everything they say you can't. You got it going your way, show it like what more can I say? I see you doing your thing, everything they say you can't. You got it going your way, show it like what more can I say? I see you doing your thing, everything they say you can't. You got it going your way, show it like what more can I say? I ain't gotta say much, you shouldn't have to say much. Stay down so you came up, then came down and stayed up all night to the morning. Baggy eyes and you yawning, but the money keeps on calling, and we ain't about to ignore it, no. You go, you go, you go, till you got anything, then you some more. Like you on a hockey team, hit them goals. Money coming fast while you sipping slow. And me, I'm so past words, I just hit the code. Nothing funny, being broke is a joke. Get into it like it's all a nigga know. Mad I'm busy, but matter if I was broke. Yeah. And I show, so I ain't gotta say much, and you shouldn't have to say much. I see you doing your thing, everything they say you can't. You got it going your way, so it like what more can I say? I see you doing your thing, everything they say you can't. You got it going your way, so it like what more can I say? I see you doing your thing, everything they say you can't. You got it going your way, so it like what more can I say?
David, we were up over Knott's Berry Farm, looked out the window, and what do you have? Another pursuit. This is eastbound 91 freeway, just past the 5 freeway. Unclear which agency is pursuing this vehicle. Right now, he's going so fast, there's nobody right behind him, but very erratic driving, getting off of the 91 freeway. It's a black Honda Civic. The driver's side window rolled down. Apparently, this was an attempted traffic stop, as I mentioned. Unclear which agency and who is pursuing here, or if this is technically still in pursuit mode. But what you can see here is that the driving is very dangerous, very erratic and aggressive tactics as he tries to thread the needle through these two cars at a red light. You can see some front end damage on that bumper. Now turning left onto Huntington Avenue, just south of the 91 freeway. This appears to be a residential street, doing about 60 miles per hour down a residential street just east of Maple Street. So Huntington Avenue and Maple Street, just coming up on Maple, making a right turn now, slowing down just a little bit, zigzagging his way again through this residential neighborhood with nobody right behind him, but making random turns nonetheless here at a pretty high rate of speed and not really stopping for any of these stop signs. Look like he's pulling over and maybe thinking about dumping the vehicle. There goes the driver's side door opening up, and he is either going to walk or run away here. He dropped his phone, and now maybe getting in the vehicle. We'll see here. Not. It looks like he's very, very agitated, in a rush to get away from that vehicle. Getting in a pickup truck. We'll see if he. Okay, yeah, he does not. He does. I was going to say maybe he happens. Yeah, he's breaking into the pickup truck. Right, so he's getting back in that original car. Almost for a second, looks like he was intentionally getting in that pickup truck, as if he also had the keys, but obviously was trying to break in there. Now choosing to get away in that original pursuit vehicle. I can tell you that Anaheim PD's helicopter is overhead here. They have eyes on it. They are probably streaming ABC7 as we speak as well. And you can see now getting back onto Falmouth Avenue at a high rate of speed after failing to take over that pickup truck back in that original Honda Civic, as he tries to hide out somewhere in this neighborhood. Unclear whether he's going to get back on the freeway here, but he's almost doing a complete circle as he's basically come out the other side of this neighborhood. So heading northbound now on Catalpa Avenue into oncoming lanes of traffic. Some wild turns here. They have to get some ground units into this area because the driving, as I see it, is just way too dangerous to let this go on much further, nonetheless, in the middle of rush hour.
PlayStation 1. Not just PlayStation. PlayStation 1 for the other people who don't know. Probably think there's people out here that probably think it was they called it PlayStation 1 when they really didn't. It was just PlayStation. When I started playing Need for Speed and what's that other game? That race car game?
Need for Speed.
It was another game.
This nigga playing Grand Theft Auto with a mix of Need for Speed.
You gotta wonder right off the bat whether this vehicle belongs to him. It just doesn't make sense that he would just dump the vehicle for no other reason except for maybe the possibility of the fact that it might be running out of gas. So if the gas is low, and if it's a stolen car, that would have made a lot of sense. Now he's parking it in a parking spot once again. Clearly, really trying to get rid of this vehicle, and now running through this subdivision here. We'll try and get across here. It looks like it's going to be North Schooner Lane as he runs through these townhomes in Anaheim. We'll try again. We'll try and get, if we widen now, we'll see. Okay, let's stay on him. Stay on him right here. He's just running around this building here. Looks like he's coming up on another couple of cars parked here, a van and a small red compact car. Looks like he's trying to break in to the van. He finds an open door in that white van, and now you can see the black and whites pulling up right behind him. He's blocked in. He's inside the car, likely trying to hotwire it at this point, and you can see they have lit him up and basically blocked him in. If he tries to back out, it could get ugly, but in any event, officers now with their guns drawn
in front of the popo.
They have their eyes on him. They're just waiting for backup at this point, and obviously trying to bark some orders at him, hoping he gets out of the vehicle. Let's try and come around the other side if we can. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're actually on the north side of the Disneyland TFR, so we actually are going to be forced to hold this position right here. Unfortunately, we can't see the driver's side of that white van. But again, if you're just tuning in, there is a pursuit driver that is just look at this. Look at this, ramming into the front of that black and white. That is Fullerton Police. Fullerton Police. Now trying to block him in as he puts it in reverse. He's going up and down, he has nowhere to go here. He's really trying to ram that car out of his way as he is now stuck in that parking spot. There's really nowhere for him to go. He's got a fence in front of him. Look at this. Look at them violently into reverse, ramming right into that Fullerton Police Department vehicle.
Got it.
That's right.
If he pull up to the left, no, he keep going to the right. You pull up to the left, hit the wheel, bust that right.
This is very dangerous. Obviously, that officer has no choice but to use force if his life is in danger, but he is waiting for backup. At this point, really has very few options available to him. Here's another officer on the suspect's right rear flank. So now two officers, not sure if they both came from that same patrol car, but I only see those two officers on foot, and he is just going back and forth. Now he's created some room to escape here, and he's
Now,
He's going to probably try and ram it again or do a 4-point turn and turn it around. He's got to turn it all the way around without hitting that tree. And he may have a couple minutes to do it here because what else can those officers do? They really don't have many options. Here comes the backup. Here comes backup. Head to head. This is dangerous. Look at this. A head-on situation almost with that patrol car. Officers out of the vehicle, and now he's racing through the subdivision as more officers race into this neighborhood. Look at this. What is he going to do here? Around all of those black and whites, those are two Fullerton police officers that are now going to try and turn around with him. Look at this. Look at what we are seeing here. He is now back on Coronet Avenue after evading 4 separate black and whites who were just pulling into the neighborhood to try and help that original officer after a wild scene in that parking lot. We now have a brand new pursuit on our hands here as he has carjacked this vehicle and now racing down Coronet Avenue at Maple Street once again. A dangerous situation on the hands of Fullerton police.
Now in this van, what else is he gonna steal? I'm curious.
Well, the description say he gets the truck. So look at the motherfuckers down there watching. Speed bumps. Oh damn, he lost the hazard. Well, damn. He lost his tail light in the back. Woo, shit. He dropped that shit out. That stuff like it.
That's right. And anybody who is willing to engage with those cops like that, attempted assault on... Look at this, ramming past all of this traffic here as he tries to get back on the freeway. It looks like he's trying to get back on the 91 freeway. He sideswiped 2 separate cars to get through that red light, getting back onto the 91 freeway. Surely CHP is being called in here as Fullerton police really has their hands tied. Many of those officers, I have not seen them get much closer to him, and now he is on the westbound side of the 91 freeway. As I was about to say, anybody who is that reckless and willing to put themselves in that position where they're face to face with those officers, it is a desperate suspect behind the wheel here, and obviously very, very dangerous.
I think this is
getting onto the 5.
Okay, yep, this is freeway number 2. Freeway number 2.
And he just has no regard. He has no problem ramming into anybody at this point or sideswiping any vehicle that's in his way. So I think we are about to see some really dangerous, very precarious situation here for every motorist who you see in this frame. Again, westbound side of the 91 freeway has now transitioned to the the northbound 5 freeway. He is now northbound on the 5 freeway, where traffic, I've got to tell you, is relatively light for as far as I could see out the window from up here in Air 7 HD. Very little traffic in his way. I can only imagine, as you were wondering too, David, that I can only imagine that CHP has been requested to take this over, because you've got Anaheim PD, who's pretty much out of pocket. They do have their airship in the area, but Fullerton PD is now out of their jurisdiction. Now he's getting off at Beach Boulevard. So getting off at Beach Boulevard, onto Beach Boulevard. Oh, look at that, fishtailing as he came off the freeway there onto Beach Boulevard, off of Beach Boulevard onto Auto Center Drive as he continues northbound at a high rate of speed. A little more traffic on this street here as he makes a wild right turn into oncoming lanes of traffic. There's Anaheim PD's helicopter. They are directly over him, likely calling out for CHP. But right now, ever since he took this vehicle out of that parking lot, we have not seen any ground units engage with this suspect yet.
I'm just wondering if in this situation, are people, probably for a person like me, even though I keep my eyes on the road at all times, all the way around me, but I always got the music up loud. If I'm going to hear these distant police, I'm not going to hit police, but I will see the fucking car. I'll see the car flying before I see it, or hear any sirens or the helicopters. That's why I always look paranoid when I drive, because I be looking each and every direction.
Yeah, very fearful, very agitated driver behind the wheel here. It all started as a failed traffic stop, refusing to pull over. He was in a black Honda Civic when it all started, and it appeared we saw him on several occasions try and dump that vehicle, and now he has taken over a white van. That's a GMC van, almost looks like a work van that was parked in those townhomes now on Artesia Boulevard as CHP tries to get in here and race up Artesia to catch up with the suspect. But once again, no black and whites in sight as he is breaking every rule of the road and showing no regard for anybody's safety here, just ramming into vehicles whenever he sees anybody in his way. He sideswiped two separate vehicles getting off of the 91 freeway, lost control at Beach Boulevard, as you said, David. He fishtailed off of the freeway there, almost lost control, actually, and is now regained control on a much less traveled boulevard here. This is Artesia Boulevard, where you can see once again he's got much of the road all to himself here.
This rush hour, he going 80 miles an hour, not on the freeway. They're going another Tesla hit that motherfucker. Look, they're going another Tesla. He said, by the alleyways and the byway. Oh shit. This is definitely TV shit.
He is just bound to lose control of this vehicle. You can tell with every turn, he's barely braking. He's taking all of these turns way too fast. A very top-heavy vehicle that he is showing very limited capability of controlling. There are some black and whites a ways back, but they are having trouble catching up. They are not competing with him with these dangerous tactics that we're seeing here. He is driving very dangerously, but they've got to figure something out because this is the same driving that we were seeing when he was in a small little black Honda Civic. We were very easily able to spot him on the freeway. Look at this, more traffic in his way. We'll see what he does here, but every time he's caught himself in a little bit of a jam, he just tries to use the vehicle to ram his way through here. Looks like he's gotten through that light there. We're on Valley View Avenue. As I was mentioning, it was very easy to spot him on the freeway originally because the driving was so erratic. And again, throughout this pursuit, except for when he stole this vehicle, he has had really nobody behind him. He's just driving like a madman through the streets of Whittier now here on Valley View Avenue at Alondra Boulevard. Through the green light here with a little more traffic in his way. And we'll see what he attempts to do here. But I've got to believe that Honda was running out of fuel. You saw some front end damage. He obviously had been in some collisions with that car, and we already have witnessed several collisions with this car. Not to mention that wild scene in the parking lot. If you missed it, I hope we can roll back some of that video where he was ramming that black and white, that lone Fullerton police officer who was just trying to block parking spot with his gun drawn. He rammed that black and white out of the way, and the pursuit is on once again. But right now, as we've been saying, no law enforcement able to keep up with him just yet.
They can't keep up with the Chevy and they Fords. Is that what you're telling me? They can't keep up with the Chevy. They better send out them Dodges. Go to McDonald's. Damn.
Over the median into oncoming lanes of traffic through a parking lot here. He's going to come out on Rosecrans Avenue, going the wrong way on Rosecrans, Rosecrans. It's a median. He's going to have to jump. Oh my goodness, look at this. He's going to probably shift over to the correct lanes here, but he had nowhere to go there. Didn't jump the median, just went the wrong way. Is now on the westbound side of Rosecrans Avenue, heading back towards the freeway. He's going to come up on the 5 freeway, approaching Norwalk. If he continues in the westbound direction here, looks like another crazy turn there onto a surface street into a parking spot for no reason whatsoever. Just went right over the curb there. I mean, there really wasn't anybody in his way. I'm not even sure what's going through this guy's mind. This is just very unpredictable. Impossible to set up for a spike. Look at this. Off-roading, trying to get around traffic. Yeah, almost slammed into that tree. Now, look at this, fishtailing through the parking lot, drifting through an empty warehouse parking lot, back onto Marquette Avenue. He is having a lot of trouble with this vehicle, guys.
No, he's not. He's having fun with that vehicle.
He's whipping the shit out of it. Whipping the shit out of it.
He driving like it's really stolen.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, not composed at all. It looks like he might even have a flat tire. Look at this. There are pieces. Oh, he's lost his tire. He's on his rim. He's on that left rear tire is almost down to. I don't know if there's any tread left, but he's looks like he's got some sparks coming off. Occasionally, you saw some of that rubber flying off, and now he's going to have even more trouble maintaining control of this vehicle as he continues northbound on Marcourt Avenue, right along the wash here. There's a golf course off of the nose, but we are in a commercial area. It's going to turn into a more residential street if he continues, but there is a black and white now behind him, code 3 with lights and sirens on, about maybe 50 feet back. Let's go ahead and widen out and see which agency that is that's behind him. That looks like maybe still Fullerton. It's Fullerton PD. Fullerton PD back in pursuit, guys.
Finally.
Yeah, we're in the Norwalk area, I think, now as he comes up. Well, no, he's not in Norwalk yet, but look at this. He's going through that gas station without any tire on that left rear wheel. Almost struck several vehicles there. A miracle nobody's gotten hurt yet. But you can see he is really in a jam now. Lots of traffic ramming into all of these cars here. Again, this is northbound Carmen Road now. And it's not moving. He's stuck. Now he's. It looked like he's stuck.
Yes.
That patrol, that officer right there has to treat this with kid glove care, and likely going to have to step away from his vehicle because we already seen him put in reverse once.
The officer.
Car right now, he's trying to go forward, and he's not going anywhere at all. It's likely to start a fire. You can see those rims are starting to.
That shit pretty though.
There's certainly more on the way. Just the one black and white. We're at Placid Drive, northbound Carmenita Road, and he is now stranded here. We'll see how this officer deals with this. He's likely just going to wait for backup. But right now, it doesn't appear as though that van is going anywhere.
It's 50-50 that they get caught.
He's probably not aware. That's right.
Okay.
You've gotta wonder. You gotta wonder if he's thinking about getting out of this van and trying to hijack another one. You've got to at least wonder whether that's going through his mind. He's probably not aware. Well, now he's aware. I was going to say he might not even be aware that his wheel's on fire, but certainly he's aware of the fire under the hood. More pieces flying out there as this vehicle is starting to come apart.
So you wouldn't expect him to get out from that way either.
I mean, nah. Well, I guess if he.
I'm thinking it came from the. Well, it could be because I mean, where else would that smoke be coming from? But I don't think any shots have been fired yet, so that probably is not the case. But that wheel, that left rear wheel, is also creating some metal as well. So it could have come from the rear, but now I've got to wonder if that transmission is just reached its limit, and that's what's producing the smoke here. Not sure, but in any event, it has overheated, and it looks like the vehicle is now disabled. Additional units now pulling into position here. So some backup from CHP and Fullerton PD as he gets out of the vehicle, crawls out of the passenger window, and is now running for it northbound Carmenita Road. Running up northbound Carmenita at Leffingwell Road as he crosses the street. We've seen this person make several desperate attempts to hijack other vehicles. We will see what he decides to do here. Lots of folks getting home here in Fullerton, or here in the La Mirada area, I want to say. And he is now running down the sidewalk without any other wheels at his disposal. He's going to start running out of steam here, and we'll see if this
nigga is really running.
Ends in a foot pursuit, because I think they are pursuing him on foot, but I can't confirm that from my vantage point. Here comes another officer in the opposite direction, and he's now run into a residential.
But he was already past you before you stopped.
Loses his footing.
Fucked up his ankle.
Oh no, he's now on private property. You saw that it looked like a woman next to her home here. He's now in the backyard, and he's going to hide out here along Leffingwell Road.
Even if I'm going to the trash.
And jumping fences. He's jumping fences.
He might be
looking for a way into one of these homes.
And try to walk through the door with my back turned.
Little dog, small dog there in the backyard. He's under that that patty, that awning. He's trying to get into that car, into that house rather.
I took a screwdriver and loosened it. Yeah, I cleaned it. I guess with the sticky stuff.
Several dogs barking. He's now going through that sliding glass door, making his way into the home.
See me ever leaving my door unlocked?
Somebody appears to be, it might even be a homeowner, not sure.
I didn't understand when you got in the door.
Completely unaware. Yeah, he's on the other side of the building. I don't think he has any clue.
My thing is,
very dangerous situation here where we have no information, but here comes somebody running out the front. Look at this. Look at this. A confrontation inside the house, a family home. And now we're going to come around the front here. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Look at this.
But why is she pulling her people back?
He's in the truck. He's in the truck. He's in the truck. He just got in that truck. There's a dog under that truck. Oh my goodness! Look at this. He just stole the. Oh my god! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! This is incredible. This is incredible.
She held back her own people.
Unbelievable. I cannot believe what we are witnessing, guys. They are going to have to get creative here, because this person is look at this. Just ramming into cars, additional bumpers flying off of that other vehicle. And now he's, I believe, westbound on Leffingwell Road. I want to say westbound. Is that? Can we put the compass up real quick? Yeah, westbound Leffingwell. If you live in this area or have any idea where we are here, if you are looking at us, you need to stay inside, because there is a dangerous suspect behind the wheel here. I feel very sorry for all of the other cars on the road here as he continues to make his way towards the freeway once again. We may find ourselves back on the freeway, but look at him, a little bit of traffic, and once again, right through another gas station. This is just incredible. This is the third vehicle that he has stolen today.
He's using blinkers. He's, making sure everybody is out of his way until he comes to a jam. And that's when people need to be paying attention. Get the fuck out the way. That's all it is. Pay attention when you're fucking driving. I'm probably going to pull over or speed up a little bit after him.
That's right. That's the only thing that I could think of if they have the opportunity. They're going to have to catch up with him once again. They're going to have to get themselves in a position where they can bring this to an end if they can figure that out. And then there's going to be a very dangerous confrontation, because this guy is not going away easily. There's just no way at this point that he is willing to give up. And whatever steam he lost running up that block, he's now comfortably in the driver's seat of a brand new work truck, and you can tell, he's having, we don't even know. There could be a full tank in that truck, so he may have a whole new fresh tank to play with here as he now travels down Mayor Road at 70 miles per hour, traveling at a high rate of speed on a road that can't be more than 45 miles per hour speed limit, now back into another residential neighborhood.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is some shit that, it was on the news, it was on TV, but this is some shit you see in movies and shit. Like Closed Course, actors, the whole nine. It's all planned out. The city.
Not to mention, he almost took out at least one person in that driveway and a dog that was underneath as well. I hope everybody is okay back there.
Yeah,
But now we have to follow this until the end here because the sun is going down
just got all
and
gas
still
shit.
no visual of law enforcement within sight here. So we're going to try and keep the camera on him and hope that somebody can triangulate those officers into this residential neighborhood as he makes these random turns, now making a left turn onto Rainier Avenue off of Fidel at a high rate of speed. I mean, I just hope nobody is out walking this neighborhood because this person is just speeding right through.
Female, y'all let that motherfucker get loose and get y'all shit.
I think everybody was holding each other. Actually, I literally thought one of the guys was fighting the GTA dude.
Yeah.
When they weren't, they was grabbing onto their family, and then another lady was grabbing onto another guy in the family, and it's like, then this nigga getting in your truck.
She grabbed the dog.
Oh, that was the dog.
Yeah, she grabbed the dog. The dog followed him. That's another thing. Like,
yeah, but it was like 4 dogs.
Right. She grabbed one of the dogs. I guess one of the dogs was trying to bite because they seen they was attacking. She grabbed the dog, which you should have let the dog go.
Well, the dog wasn't going to the right person. The dog, if that was the dog, if she was holding the dog back, then the dog was basically grabbing whoever was on the ground, which was not the dude who stole the truck.
Well, they train their dog right.
Yeah, I mean,
why is the dog attacking somebody?
Look at this, over the median again, going the wrong way.
When the dude is
Florence Avenue, going the wrong way, head on with additional traffic down Florence Avenue, and look at this, coming up on another major intersection, a left turn northbound on Painter Avenue. To answer your question, David, that original van, I think he hotwired. I have to believe that the keys in this truck were already inside the vehicle because he just ran away with that way too quickly, unless he, as you mentioned, is a really gifted car thief. In any event, there have been several major felonies that we have witnessed here this evening, and now a wild chase continuing northbound Painter Avenue with several black and whites behind him, and again, having trouble to keep up. Again, the speeds he's traveling and the dangerous tactics. No problem going the wrong way against traffic, 75 miles per hour on Los Nietos Road and Shoemaker Avenue. So again, a very light traffic here, and it wouldn't matter anyways because when there is traffic, he just seems to ram into everybody in his way. So we can only hope that the traffic stays light and hope that maybe they can get some more officers into the area in front of him, not just following him from behind and chasing him, but try and triangulate in front of him. Very difficult because he's not, driving in any kind of a pattern. A spike strip obviously is pointless. Some cross traffic there through the red light at Santa Fe Springs Road. Now well into Santa Fe Springs as he continues northbound here. Only a couple lanes to play with, maybe only one lane. I can't really tell, but he's continuing at a high rate of speed around that FedEx truck at about 70 to 80 miles per hour.
So they must got the lookout person in the helicopter, minus the one driving who's doing all the damn commentary.
Yeah.
That's gotta be how it is, because he's so unsure about shit and where he's at and whatnot. That truck got handles, new tires, and everything. I bet that motherfucking tip top shape.
Rob.
Why do you want to steal out of work vehicles? What's with out of work vehicles? The commercial vehicles, not the ones people use for private use. No, they want to take out of work trucks. Yeah, that nigga speeding up. Nigga, you not about to hit me. He got the ID in that white car. He the only motherfucker with the right idea. So is he gonna get a speeding ticket? I mean, out of curiosity, because he sped up and stuff, so he wouldn't get hit.
It's unbelievable. I mean, he's on a bona fide crime spree here. We can only be thankful that it didn't appear that anybody in that home was hurt. At the very least, we have to be thankful for that. But it'll be a miracle if it remains that way throughout the course of this new pursuit now. Again, as you mentioned, in the third vehicle that we have seen him in tonight. Now, you're right. It's been about 25 minutes since this all started, I want to say. Is that right? About 25 minutes? Maybe, yeah, a little bit closer to 40 minutes. Yeah, and he was going away from the freeway here on Slauson. Now he's turned around and heading back towards the freeway. I wonder if he's looking for an opportunity to get back on the freeway. He is on Sorensen Avenue with a little more traffic in his way here, but he's heading back in the westbound direction here. So he was going eastbound Slauson, and for some reason, and he hasn't done this very often, for some reason, he just turned around, very randomly turned around, back towards the freeway, and I wonder, my gut tells me he's looking for an entrance ramp. A close call there. Another residential street along Sorensen Avenue that Anaheim PD ship still right over him. They have been relentless as well, staying right on top of him. At least they have been able to do that and call out his location for all of these neighboring agencies. Now, LA County Sheriff is going to be getting involved here at some point. We are in Santa Fe Springs in LA County Sheriff jurisdiction. We've already seen several agencies, including Anaheim PD, PD, and CHP, try to apprehend this suspect at various points, but he has done a masterful job of evading authorities while creating a lot of horror and panic in Orange County and now back in LA County here on another residential street. A very random turn, so no destination of mine. I thought maybe he was trying to get to the freeway. Doesn't look like it. Just trying to maybe look for a spot to hide out, thinking this through. Maybe I don't know how familiar he is with this neighborhood, but maybe he's just looking for an opportunity to hide out. And you just have to. Your thoughts right now are with everybody who lives in this neighborhood. That's what I'm thinking about. I mean, he is in a small little residential neighborhood here at Riesling and Wellsford. And if he decides to dump that vehicle once again, we already know what he's capable of. And so I just hope, I mean, the best place he could end up right now, quite frankly, with guys, would be the freeway. If he gets on the freeway, it's a much more manageable and contained atmosphere. But once you get into these residential streets with a dangerous madman behind the wheel like this, anything is possible. We've already seen it, and you can see that night sun coming on. Compliments of the Anaheim Police Department, Angel One right overhead as he continues these random turns. That, I think, was LA County's helicopter. So now 2 law enforcement helicopters following his each and every move. He's not going to get away, guys. They are going to get him off the road at all costs. This is not going to come.
It's for TV, so they about to show the fuck out.
He's speeding up for sure. He's back on Sorensen. Right. Well, the question becomes: look at this. He's full speed at the end of Sorensen into a parking lot, and I think this is a shopping center at This is the Marketplace Shopping Center at Magnolia Avenue in Hadley. Okay. People walking through this parking lot. He's slowing down a little bit at least, but he's weaving his way through this parking lot, a very busy parking lot, as he tries to look for an outlet. You have to wonder. He's very aware of that night sun coming from the helicopter, and I can only imagine that night sun is agitating him even more. So at least we made it through there without any trouble. He's made his way through that parking lot, now back onto Hadley Street, where you can see squarely that night sun is on him, and hopefully that doesn't cause him to amp things up even more than they already are. But as you mentioned, David, we do not know what the original want was. It was an attempted traffic stop. He failed to pull over, failure to yield, but obviously, there is much, much more to this story, and from the very beginning, I was questioning whether that original black Honda Civic even belonged to him, and from what we're witnessing here, my bet is that was likely a stolen vehicle as well. In any event, this is the 3rd vehicle we've seen him in through another major street here, through the red light, continuing, I think, northbound on Hadley Street.
You gotta have a GPS on it. I would. Hey Siri or hey Google, give me the such. Boy, so many fucking Teslas. California gonna blow up one day. Out of retarded ass cars. Everybody want to go electric. What happens when you're going electric what happens when you're going electric and the grid is gone? What happens?
Mm-hmm. That's a good question.
Because you know them things be blowing up. And then like if your battery is like completely dead, or your battery just, no life left, you can't do shit with the car. There's no charging it up,
Oh my goodness.
no opening doors, there's no nothing.
That's a school. He's in front of a school, guys. He's in front of a school. Lots of people walking in front of this school.
Oh no! It's the Thanksgiving program. The Wizard of Oz play. Fucking it up. Speed bump. Stop. Okay, yeah. It was a rolling stop. But
David, he just sped past an elementary school with a whole bunch of people walking the street. Thankfully, he did not hit any of them. He is slowing down a little bit. I'm not sure what elementary school that was, quite frankly, but he's now on Beverly Boulevard at Haviland Avenue. And as the sun has set, obviously, you can see we are now in darkness as he continues the pursuit through these residential streets.
right?
The only light that we're working with is that night sun from the LA County Sheriff's Department. Looks like he's found himself in a dead end. He's at a dead end at the end of Alta Avenue, putting it in reverse, and he's going to reverse his way back out of here. We'll see if there's any black and whites waiting for him on the other side here. Let's widen that just a little bit, Rob. See what's waiting for him as he comes out the other end of Alta Avenue. Nobody. There's nobody in his way here. He's going to continue, get back onto Beverly Boulevard. Back onto Beverly Boulevard, southbound or westbound Beverly. Westbound Beverly Boulevard here in Santa Fe Springs. And no law enforcement in sight, guys. He is slowing down a little bit. Yep, go ahead, Giovanna.
I think this nigga doing a U-turn. Yep. Now he's doing a U-turn.
I've got to be honest. I can't imagine them taking that tactic in this type of a situation. They have to swarm him. They have to swarm him and get him off the road at all costs. And by the way, if they were trying to bring down the temperature, they would not have that night sun on him. That night sun is very agitating. He is clearly aware that law enforcement is on him, even though there's nobody right behind him. This is a pursuit. As far as we are aware, they are still in pursuit mode, trying to make their way in here. We just have to assume that they're just having a little trouble doing that.
Like I said, I'm gonna ride till the wheels fall off. I'm gonna ride till this motherfucker can't ride no more. Mm-hmm. Never get out the way. What is that, a Mustang, mama? Okay. The dog's like, hold the fuck up. I'm getting the fuck out the way.
Yep, got it. Okay, guys, there is about 7 black and whites about a half a mile in front of him trying to cut him off at the end of Beverly Boulevard here. We'll see how this plays out, but they are trying to keep up with him, trying to move into position. Keeping up with him really is the wrong word. They're not really able to do that because he's driving so dangerously and so recklessly and occasionally at really high rates of speed. And when they do pull up behind him, he just jumps into the wrong lanes, going the wrong way into oncoming traffic, as he is right now. You see he's jumped those double yellow lines, going the wrong way down Beverly Boulevard just to get around this traffic. So they're taking a different tactic. They're trying to cut him off in front of him. Very difficult to predict where he's going to go, but at least they have the benefit of that helicopter calling out his location. Here they come. Here they come at Norwalk Boulevard. About 7 black and whites at the major intersection, making a right turn on Norwalk, and there it is. Look at this. And now they're behind him. Hot pursuit again. Now on Norwalk Boulevard, guys. These are going to be LA County, at least 6 that I saw.
He don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck.
The only good news, guys, is that as far as I could tell, Workman Mill Road is going to turn into a much more commercial area, an industrial area. If he continues further north, there are some train tracks that could get him a little bit tied up if he continues. But in any event, you see he is now using that shoulder to get around this traffic. If the shoulder wasn't there, you could bet your bottom dollar he would just ram right through these cars if he had the opportunity. But in any event, those black and whites trying to keep up, but they can't do what he's doing. So they're going to do their best to keep up. He's got the helicopter right over him, and it's just a matter of time before this comes to another tipping point.
This is one driving ass nigga. They're behind him at a distance. What the fuck is all that? That shit's nice. So like a parking
open road, especially this time of the night. On a weeknight, you can see some folks maybe going home, but for the most part, relatively light traffic on Workman Mill Road. Coming up on Peck,
okay,
which
so
is
I
going
know
to be
everybody
a bit busier. So if he continues and makes a turn onto Peck Road, that'll be a different story. But right now, traveling at a high rate of speed, we'll throw the real-time speed tracker back up, and you can see he's going much faster than everybody else. That is a much, well, it looks like he's slowing down a very narrow road. Once again, going over the 605. That is the 605 overpass.
So many cars
now, actually, he's now turned onto Peck. He's now on Peck Road, just east of the, just west, rather, of the 605.
He's driving the shit out of that truck. What they ought to do is let him teach driver's ed instead of locking his ass up. That's a punishment right there. Teach driver's ed. He have to go to the schools and do it. He got to just teach driver's ed.
Yep.
I feel like that's the proper punishment.
I'm sorry, guys. We're just taking care of a little bit of housekeeping up here, and it looks like he's now getting on the freeway. He's now on the 60 freeway game. I can only hope, we can only cross our fingers, take away at least some of the risk, although everybody on the freeway is certainly going to be in his path here of destruction, as we've seen this evening. CHP almost guaranteed to take this over at some point, but for now you can see those LA County Sheriff's officers managing to get on the freeway with him, but he's hugging that right lane. So he sees that traffic. This is all rush hour traffic, and it looks like if that continues, he may look to get back over to the right and get off the freeway. In any event, he's in the carpool lane now, so committed for the time being to the eastbound 60 freeway. And look at this.
That motherfucker's not.
Yeah, just weaving around.
Like the person that was just in this black, I don't know what it was. It was nice. They were not paying attention at all. Don't do that. You little bully. Right here. Thank you.
You know, I'm already recalling similar situations, nothing quite like this, but different situations where we've seen attempted carjackings on the freeway. It jumps to mind only because of what we've seen today, but in any event, you're right, David. It is going to slow down a little more. The traffic is going to get heavier. You're going to see a few more brake lights in about 2 miles off the nose. Traffic is a little bit heavier on the westbound side, but on the eastbound side, he's going to hit the brakes in about 2 miles. For the time being, those deputies are still in tow. They've fallen back a little bit.
Yeah.
But right now, that driver has tunnel vision. He's got one mission, and he's just desperately trying to evade those deputies who have now fallen back even further. Every time he weaves through around another car in that carpool lane, they have to slow down because they are not driving the way he's driving. They are staying back, trying to keep the public safe, but now they're in a position where they have to probably start calling in some units who are up ahead of him, like we've already seen back in Santa Fe Springs. So likely CHP setting up for a traffic break up ahead here. Maybe not quite yet because that does take some time, but ultimately if he stays on the freeway, that's what we can expect to see. We can expect to see some tactics where they start to create traffic breaks behind him and traffic breaks ahead of him by blocking off those entrance ramps, and we'll see what they do with the exit ramps. But that all requires manpower and personnel, and we don't know what they have ready at their disposal at the moment. But in any event, those calls are going out now, and California Highway Patrol ready to help out the LA County Sheriff's Department here as we continue eastbound on the Pomona Freeway.
Whipping and whipping and whipping and whipping. Hey. These people don't see this damn bright light. They should be used to this shit anyway. Not the minivan in the HOV lane.
I got to track this, like lean over.
Sort of.
Bill.
I can say that.
Bill. Yeah, baby. Oh, no.
Why aren't these people getting out of the way?
Stop. Oh my God. What is that truck moving? On the bed. Stop. Ah.
Hey. Stop. Where'd he go? Oh, look.
He's basically gassing it and flooring it wherever he's had the opportunity. Now, this is concerning. He's on the shoulder, but he's gotten all the way back over to the right. As I mentioned, that traffic that I was talking about, that's what you're looking at here. It's too much traffic for his liking, and I predict that he's going to take one of these upcoming exit ramps here. So we'll look out for that as we try and come around the driver's side here in just a minute, but he is hugging that right lane, and I'm not exactly sure. This is going to be, let me just double check here. I think this is going to be perhaps, that might be Rose Hills Road, the next exit ramp here. In any event, he is committed. Look at this. He's actually moving over to the left, so maybe committing to the 60 here. I hope that's the case. But in any event, he, as you mentioned, Giovanni, he's just flooring it wherever he has the opportunity, just trying to create distance and space with those deputies behind him. Well, he certainly sees it. I don't think. Oh, there it is. There it is. He's off.
Well, no way. No.
Whoa. Traffic.
It's going to be Azusa Avenue.
No,
He can make a left or a right. Oh, he's cutting that guy off, making a wild right turn there. And now southbound Azusa Avenue. Southbound Azusa Avenue. Too much traffic for him on the 60 freeway. And now the pursuit continues off the freeway onto surface streets. We'll see if the speed will continue, but looks like he may think that he's lost those units on the ground. Still see that night sun shining a light on him, but I don't see those deputies just yet. Not sure if they were able to get off the freeway with him. They're being directed to. I'm not sure if they're off the freeway yet. In any event, he's turned off of Azusa onto Colima Road. And you can just see all of these turns put him onto very highly trafficked areas for the most part because of the time of the day. It's literally the middle of rush hour at 5:40 on a Wednesday afternoon, and every turn he makes, he sees brake lights for the most part, and you can see folks just trying to get home without any idea what's coming up behind them. He's already ruined several people's day, but unfortunately, at least from what we could tell, does not appear to be. That's a weed whacker that fell off the back of that truck, by the way. It appears to be a gardening truck, guys. There's a lot of landscaping in the bed of that pickup truck, excuse me. But in any event, that appeared to be a weed whacker that fell off there, and he's continuing at a high rate of speed, very dangerously, weaving around even the very few cars that there are in this residential neighborhood. He, again, has no problem ramming into anybody in his way, but he's trying to avoid them now.
Perfect.
You know, it appears to flapping in the back there, so very likely a new Chevy. It's this person, but I just every time he gets but all of them done a lot of crazy things. It could get so dangerous. That incident where he ran through that house could have ended in a deadly situation. There was obviously a struggle there. I'm just grateful that from what we observed, nobody was hurt, but there's no guarantee.
Yeah.
That it's going to end that way. In any event, he's continuing through this residential suburb here. It's going to be, looks like Crosshaven Drive at Calle Madrid. If you live in this neighborhood,
on a hell of a trip.
A trip?
Know anybody who lives in this neighborhood, you are urged to stay inside because this is a dangerous pursuit that is speeding through your neighborhood.
I think I'm gonna hit that up an extra 20 minutes because this is an hour and 40. He did a lot of driving. An hour and 40 minutes. Like, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Who drive that fast?
He might as well have gone to what? Arizona? New Mexico?
That's what happened with him.
Damn, they got him. Wait, I want to go back a little bit. Hold on. What I missed? I want to see how the surrounding happened.
I did not see that.
So apparently he's not out the car yet. So let me see. It took them, so it's an hour and 18 minutes. And he's not out the truck yet.
Are you talking to him? Or you're talking to nobody?
Wow.
Mama, are you talking
Hey.
to I just saw something black is white right by police car. With bullets.
Did they shoot the car? Oh. So that was the most replayed by 109. So let me go. Let me go back here because it looked like they actually shot the truck up.
Front left tire, it's only a matter of time. Now those deputies have fallen back once again because he's blowing through these red lights, continuing at a high rate of speed, 70 miles per hour at what cannot be more than about a 45 mile per hour speed limit, and he's blowing through all these. We haven't seen anybody get hurt. Now under the freeway, that I believe was the 605. The 60, excuse me. Crashing into a Jeep, crashing into another vehicle here, and wiping him out off the road. He just took out another vehicle, rammed into him, heavy damage. I hope that person's okay. Up on the curb, and now he's trying. Look at this again, ramming into more cars and trucks.
And nobody pays attention when they're driving.
Head on, head on, head on. Unbelievable. Head on with another car. And here comes not even a pit maneuver, but they rammed into him from behind, into a gas station. Folks getting gas at the corner of Gale and Hacienda, into a gas pump. And now he's going to try and get out probably. But he's going to put it in reverse. Back in reverse toward that deputy. Look at this. Ramming into the front end. They're shooting. They're shooting at him. They're shooting. We're going to widen out. And they are now firing into the cab of that pickup truck. Unbelievable. They are using force. Deadly force is being employed at this moment to try and stop this madness in the middle.
He came to the right.
They are stopped. They have stopped. The wheel is off. That front left wheel is off.
LA County don't fucking play.
Yep. Is it still going? Still going. So his foot's on the gas. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
He burning out.
Unbelievable. Foot on the gas, bullets flying through that truck, and now we'll see as they surround the vehicle, multiple teams and canine units already on the scene here, surrounded completely, obviously. They don't want to create a crossfire situation. Yes, yes. Somebody's hurt. It looks like somebody, that's the driver. That's the driver. It looks like the driver of that car that he rammed head on into. It looks like he's being arrested. He's being detained for some reason. Not sure what that's about, but we'll focus on the truck for now. We'll focus on the truck, obviously more to that story, but clearly this ending in a crash with several vehicles, including that one right there. And you can see he's still gassing it, creating a lot more smoke. The vehicle's not going anywhere. It's completely disabled. Something just went through that driver's side window.
I think that was probably
He's still gassing it.
Mommy, you think that like that
multiple bullet holes through the driver's side window, guys.
truck?
Yeah.
Those are shotgun shells. Those are high caliber shotgun shells that have now fired right through that driver's side window. Most likely putting an end to this.
Out the car.
I think the dude was shooting somebody out the window.
Yeah, this has come to an end, guys. I hate to tell you, but well, I'm happy to say that this has come to an end. But obviously, a treacherous and deadly situation potentially for the suspect. So we will see if those wheels finally stop spinning, which it appears that they have. You can see dozens and dozens of officers at the corner of Gale and Hacienda Boulevard. Canine units at the ready. They are going to approach eventually. It could take a lot of time in some cases to approach the vehicle and try and get a better view into the cab. Unfortunately, really hard to see through the front windshield because if we get in front of it, you see the awning from the gas station would be concealing it. So we really can't get a good view into the driver's seat just yet. But we've got to...
Mommy, I wonder what bullets. Nothing to get up.
A whole bunch of window, large shot, just a wait and see game at this point. They are eventually, obviously treating this with kid glove care, but obviously they have to take their time before just approaching the vehicle. And they have look at there's a fire though. The vehicle's on fire. The vehicle's on fire, and that's going to require the fire department. They're going to have to pull them out. Absolutely. They're going to have to pull over by any stretch. Yeah, I think that last officer tried to ram into him intentionally, but then he put it in reverse and ran right back into him. There were multiple. I mean, if you ask how many black and whites have been hit, I've lost count, quite frankly. So I can't tell you exactly how many. There were a whole bunch of parked cars and cars in traffic at the end of that pursuit before that major intersection. And there was one Jeep, a white Jeep soft top, that he got wiped out completely. I hope he's okay. They're going to have to check on him. Multiple shots. Yep.
To that fire.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. I'm being told that obviously we don't know what his condition is inside that vehicle, but they have reason to believe he is armed inside that vehicle. So now it appears that they are aware of a weapon potentially inside that vehicle. That's gonna I mean, that whole truck has been a weapon this entire time, obviously. But if there's a weapon, well, that adds to the calculus as they approach the vehicle. But in any event, they're going to try and get clear eyes on him before opening that car. Again, this could take a lot of time. This could turn into an extended standoff potentially, unless they decide that they want to be more aggressive. Obviously, go ahead. Sorry.
What happened to the fire? I bet it's about 50 cops out there.
Oh, what?
Oh. For somebody else to go rob a bank. County, a city over. Oh, shit, maybe in that city shit. Here. I'll take them back. I'll say about 75 officers. The takedown, where that at? Well, damn. All right, my eyeballs hurt. I don't know how many times I've seen them do. Yeah, 24 minutes and they got him out the car. So, yeah, that's some crazy shit. But I probably will be doing another video tonight. I'm working on some other videos, so I'm getting some things together. See you guys later. Probably. I don't know. Maybe. Definitely check out all my other videos that are coming out. Bringing about a bunch of laws out, and I really need everybody to pay attention to those. So. Deuces.
No bad vibes. No bad vibes. Don't come around with that energy. They once right, they more family than some kin to me. They show me love, still watch out for my enemies. Leveled up to the max, but I ain't in my peak. Money in the world in my hands. 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 Money in the world in my hands.
Oh my goodness!
I see you doing your thing. Everything they say you can't. You got it going your way. Show it like, what can I say? I see you doing your thing. Everything they say you can't. You got it going your way. Show it like, what can I say? I see you doing your thing. Everything they say you can't. You got it going your way. Show it like, what can I say? I see you doing your thing. Everything they say you can't. You got it going your way. Show it like, what can I say? I ain't gotta say much. You shouldn't have to say much. Stay down so you came up, then came down and stayed up all night to the morning. Baggy eyes and you yawning, but the money keeps on calling, and we ain't about to ignore it. No. You go, you go, you go, till you got anything, then you some more. Like you on a hockey team, here come goes. Money coming fast while you sipping slow. And me, I'm so past words, I just hit the code. Nothing funny, being broke is a joke. Get into it like it's all a nigga know. Mad I'm busy, but matter if I was broke. Yeah. And I show, so I ain't gotta say much. And you shouldn't have to say much. I see you doing your thing. Everything they